Hi everybody, Armoury Study version 2. Let's have a little tour. So welcome. The Armoury Study has been around for almost 2 years now. And I thought it was time to do a renovation of the space. And also, since I had just moved out of my apartment in London, I had a lot of furniture and art left over. So I thought, well, let's kill two birds with one stone, right? So welcome to the new version of the Armoury Study, which is our cigar lounge here in Hong Kong. I want to point out just like a few fun things for you. Obviously, we did new custom carpets, new wall coverings. I love this. This is a wooden Concorde by Discommon, which is a fabulous sort of designer, industrial design group. And man, they just killed it with this. I mean, the quality of it, it's milled out of a big piece of wood. Really, really sharp, really, really precise shape. If you have a chance, check out their website. Really wonderful things. These are my dad's old chairs, old armchairs that he's had since the late 60s. I actually don't know all that much about it, but it's of Danish origin. A few other things on the wall here. I love children's illustration. There used to be this great gallery in London called Illustration Cupboard, and I used to buy quite a lot from them. This is by Maurice Sendak, who was also the guy who wrote and illustrated Where the Wild Things Are. Because of the Armoury, I like to have tigers and lions where I can. So this is a little lion illustration from one of his other books. This lovely thing here, this was from Drake's first photo shoot back in, I think, 2011. We had this hanging above the Clifford Street store. I don't know how many people remember the Clifford Street store. We had this hanging above the cash register in the Clifford Street store. I can't remember the photographer's name. It's killing me. I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it in the description once I figure it out. But yeah, it was a series of still lives with neckties and various objects, and they were just kind of mesmerizing. They were beautiful. It was hanging in the Drake store, and then I hung it above my couch for the next 12, 13 years, and now it's here in Hong Kong. Over in our little nook here, this is one of my favorite photographs by one of my favorite photographers ever. So this is by Naoya Hatakeyama. And Hatakeyama-san, if you come to our stores, you'll see actually Hatakeyama's work kind of sprinkled around everywhere. If you go to the Upper East Side store, you might see these little cityscape photographs. Those are by him. This particular photo is from his latest series of work. His mother tragically passed away during the Fukushima tsunami. What was that, like 10 years ago or so? And as part of his mourning process, he was traveling the countryside around Fukushima, and he noticed these trees that were sort of half blown out. Like this was a common thing in the area. Somehow there were all these trees that were half blown out on one side, but half intact on the other side. And so he started to photograph them, and he made a whole series out of them. And to me, like, it's sort of an idea of life goes on, and there's always hope for the future, no matter how bad things get. Behind me, you'll see these two animals, but they are related to this. So I'm not really a feng shui guy. If I was a feng shui guy, I would never open the Armoury originally because it was actually in a terrible spot. But one thing about feng shui is you have to be really careful about where mirrors are, right? And for a little while, I experimented with having a mirror on this wall facing the entrance. And after a few days of having the mirror there, I realized, oh wow, we are having really bad luck. Like just over and over again, we'd be having, people breaking things, people having accidents, and it was bad. And so everyone's like, please take that mirror down. So yeah, okay. So I learned my lesson. I took the mirror down. But I still really wanted a mirror in this room just because I really like this particular mirror as well. And so, another thing about Chinese feng shui is that you should, if you have a mirror, face it towards objects that are beautiful. And so I thought, well, okay, among like my art collection and whatnot, what are the most beautiful things? And I thought, well, then a peacock and a little tiger would be kind of the most appropriate. So that's how that little corner came together. All right. I should probably tell you what I'm wearing. I am wearing a navy wool linen model 103 jacket. This was from the Raid Wear collection. Navy linen Drake's shirt, pair of sport chinos in natural, pair of Hudson loafers. This is the new thing. And Bruce Boyer was like, you got to stop wearing shoes with no socks on. It's terrible for the shoes, it's terrible for the socks. I'm just terrible for the shoes, terrible for your feet. So I do wear socks. I don't wear them barefoot. I do wear little in-shoe socks because I'm not that crazy. Also, I want to show this particular watch. This is a Sohoku by Masa's Pastime. Masa, very, very talented team of watchmakers out in Tokyo, created this beautiful watch, and actually they just got nominated for the LV Watch Prize, for the Louis Vuitton Watch Prize, so congratulations to them. All right, since we're in this room, I'm going to show you a few little objects, because it's fun. Let's start with this. So Rebus is a British company, British jewelry company, and they've been doing, we had a trunk show with them doing signet rings and other custom jewelry items for men. And the deliveries are just starting to happen. So hand engraved, sterling silver, made in the UK, made in Birmingham, I believe. Brand name is Rebus, and they will be coming back for another trunk show very, very soon. So if you're interested, please get in touch with the Hong Kong team. If you're in the US and you want a signet ring, also do speak to our team, because we work with a very good friend of ours, Salvatore Ambrosino, and he reps some really great craftsmen in Florence who also do wonderful signet rings. Now, next, I want to show you this, because I find this a very practical object. So this is by a brand that we've worked with for a long time, but unfortunately we don't talk about them enough. The brand is called TMBH, and they do these just like lovely, soft, very minimal, very sophisticated leather goods. This is like a little pouch. And you know, it's the sort of thing that you can imagine having like your phone, your wallet, a card case, a pair of keys in, you know, you just carry it around. And I find myself wanting to use objects like this more and more, where it's like, I don't want to carry a tote, I don't want to carry like a portfolio, I don't want to carry a bag, I just want something for like all my loose things. Because you know, in the summer, when you're not wearing a jacket as well, like it's kind of hard to, sorry, this paper is probably pretty loud. You know, in the summer, when you're not wearing a jacket, you kind of need something to put all your stuff in. So I have to think about this. TMBH's portfolio clutch, we have it available at the Hong Kong store. It is not in New York yet. Other things made by TMBH they might be interested in. They do a beautiful card case. And what's kind of unique about TMBH's card case work is they do it seamlessly, and they do it with no stitching. So when they assemble the card case, they're actually skiving the leather. Skiving means that when you take an object like this, and you cut at an angle, so it's got a slope, you can mate the two slopes together like that. I'm doing a weird thing with my hands there. You mate the two sides together like that, and then it looks seamless. And that's how he makes his card cases. So like the join from the calf part to the gaiter part on this feels invisible, feels seamless. Check it out, TMBH card cases. They also do wallets. I was curious about them, and I've been using this one now for a little while, and I gotta say, I absolutely love it. We don't have stock of it yet, but this will be coming a little bit later this year, a lot of them, because I think it's actually probably the best wallet I've ever used. Oof, all right. Oh, last thing, just because I kind of wanted to recap on what we've been up to. So this week, the Hong Kong team and the New York team, 4 and 4 people, went to Osaka to Ring Jacket's factory in Kaizuka. And we did like a factory tour, and we did some additional made-to-measure training. And it was just amazing. Like, for me, especially as the founder of the Armoury, you know, just to watch the team kind of grow and learn like that. And also to see like, you know, the hospitality, the kind and generous hospitality provided by Ring Jacket to our teams. And I really am excited to see what comes out of this, because the hope is that the Armoury teams in both Hong Kong and New York can in future provide Ring Jacket made to measure. See, right now we only provide Ring Jacket made to order. We provide Ring Jacket made to measure when Ring Jacket's representatives are at our shops during trunk shows. So that means there's only 2 windows of opportunity a year. But once we get our made to measure for Ring Jacket figured out in-house, that means we can take orders for that all year long. So stay tuned for news about that. All right, I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and that is it for now. Thanks for watching.